Hello everyone, I am Undead Horde, and welcome to day 42 of my daily quest Undead Horde only challenge series, words that mean things. Yeah, and we got ourselves a Void Shard as our login reward. Pretty exciting stuff right there. And you know how it is logging in, we got to do all the big collectathon crapola. So we all just love doing. Got to take care of all of our little red dots and things like that. Ooh, tomorrow's going to be a big day where we got the bigger old stone. All right. So, market. Let's see what the market's got for us. So, I guess at the top of the video, I would like to say, we finally have a newcomer to the Discord. So if anybody wanted to join the Discord, please, the link will be down in the description. I just went through today and I just added the link into a bunch of descriptions in the last handful of videos. So there's definitely easy access to it, as long as you just look for it in the right spot. In the right video, you should be able to find it and come and join. You can join just to hang out. You don't actually have to partake in the series if you don't want to. If you just want to come and chit chat with everybody, you're more than welcome to. We have several different channels, so just kind of come in, hang out if you want to. If you want to be a part of the challenge, and please be a part of the challenge. There's always room for people. We just actually had somebody new join it. Like I said, we had somebody new join in. They're going to be doing barbarians as their start, which I think is a pretty strong start, seeing as you get to Hanorrak as your starter, and she's a very strong champion just across the board. So I think that's and she can easily clear like stage 1 by herself, which is really, really good. Or I'm sorry, she can campaign through the first area of campaign by herself, which I think is great way to start, and things like that. So always looking for more people to join in. Always happy to have more people join in. So please, even if there necessarily isn't space inside the clan, you should still join and come hang out and have fun. And I'm sure there's always going to be room that's going to get made for the clan. Speaking of which, I do actually have to take a look at the clan and see where we're at with who's a part of it and who's not, and also seeing if Uncommon Pawn has decided he wants to join or not, which would be interesting to see. Sorry guys, just taking a look at the Discord. I'm talking with the new guy. Apparently there's a couple other decent. There's another epic barb whatever promo code or whatever that he has access to, or something or other, for a good start, which is great. Apparently he's been watching the videos for a little bit, so thank you for the support on the videos. It's really appreciative. And apparently my chillness has made the game at least a little bit easier to approach, which I like. You know what? I feel like the game is very daunting. So if I can find a way that this game has become easier for people to approach, I like that. I think that's cool. You know what it is, though, about me personally, is I'm in no rush. I am in no rush to fly by things. I'm in no rush to hit this end game feeling as soon as possible. I'm just not. I'm here for a good time and to be here for a long time, you know? And if it takes me months to do something that it usually takes people like a couple days to do, then that's what it's going to take. And that's just my way of playing it. And some people might not agree with that, and I understand. But it's not necessarily about everybody else. It's about what I want to do. And if this is what I feel like I need to do, then this is what I feel like I need to do. I don't know if I can take on some of these other ones. I can try it at least. And I do want to preface this by saying I still do want to make progression. Don't get me wrong. I'm still looking to progress. I'm just not going to kill myself over trying to make sure that I progress in such a way that is like high level players and stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to do like the Cobb approach or the Ash approach and things like that. I just don't, it's not fitting my style. I'm just here to discover the game, feel it out, slowly get my champion strong enough to break through and just have a good time. And I think that's how the game should be approached. I think there's a lot of content online where it's like, oh, you have to do this. You have to look at the game this way. You know, if, you know, when you have like these new free-to-play videos that come out for the new year and you see like, oh, episode 5 and they're already like 3 6-star champions and have all this stuff completed, and it's like, it can feel very daunting for players to be like, well, I'm not progressing that quickly. I don't know how to progress that quickly. Nobody talks about how to progress that quickly. And so it's just like, I like, what? It's like not visualized out very well, I feel like. And it can come across as a bit daunting for people. And I felt the same way. It's like, how are you getting your 6-star already? You know? And I've completely have felt that way before. It's like, you've only, like, you're like level 20 or something like that, and you already have your first 6-star. It's like, how? Why? What? And it's like, oh, because the only thing that you did was constantly train up champions to get to that point, and that's all that you worked on. It's like, okay, well, that's fair. Or it's like, you're completely crushed through all the Arbiter missions, but it's like, I don't have the time of day for that. Honestly, if I didn't work a full-time job and I was able to sit here and just play this game all day long, then yeah, I'd be probably progressed a lot further. I'd be probably a fair few levels higher. I'd probably be a lot better off in the Arbiter missions and this, that, the other thing, but I just don't have that time of day. And so you're just going to get the slow progression approach. And you know what? That's fine by me. That's completely fine by me, and I hope other people tend to agree. I want to talk about something, guys. It's honestly just a bit of personal venting, and so I'm not going to have bookmarks to know when to skip, but you can just kind of tap through, and I'm sure you'll get it skipped if you don't want to listen to this. But it's about my work life, and I want to preface this. I've said this before, and I'll always say this. I love my job. I do. I really, really do. Some of the people at my job, or at least one person right now, really, really, really getting on my bad side. Which, it sucks because I think them as a person, they're a good person. I think their intentions tend to be very good, but they're very strong-headed about it. And it's not okay. She's a Muslim, and she has been trying to get me to convert from Christianity for a while, and I'm not going to. Not necessarily trying to convert me, but has made quite the pressure of being like, oh, well, this is why you're wrong, this is why you're wrong, this is why this, and it's like, not appropriate. Number one, because I'm your boss. Number two, because it's the workplace. And it's kind of getting to the point which it's been like harassment levels. And I've talked to my manager about it, and she's like, well, and I've also made it very clear to her, like recently, I was like, because at first I was like, you know what? I don't mind having the discussions. I think it's healthy to sit down and have conversations about this type of stuff. And I want to say this first before I go too far. I am not trying to turn this channel in any way, shape, or form into like a religious thing. I respect all religions. If people want to worship the way they want to worship, if they want to have whatever religion they want to have, that's completely up to them. I am in no judgment of that. My personal preference is Christianity. That's it. That's the end of the discussion that I want to have on that front. What I do want to say otherwise is that it is, it's one thing to have the healthy discussions. I'm completely all for it. It's another thing in which it has gone to such a point in which it does come off as harassment and disrespect. And I've kind of had to put my foot down recently. And I think partially because of that and partially because of my age, she's had a problem with me. So I'm about 6 years younger than her. She's somewhere in like her early 30s and I'm 25. And she just hasn't been like listening to things that I've been saying. She's been kind of taking advantage of me when it comes down to like smoke breaks and stuff like that. I don't smoke. She smokes and she goes out like a lot. On like a 4-hour shift, she goes out like 2 or 3 times for 15 minutes each. And she's only technically allotted one 15-minute break. And it's really kind of come down to a very hurtful point. Who are you? Oh, beautiful. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I never want to feel like that I'm the boss, that I'm jumping down people's throat. Oh, they have to listen to me. But and I don't want to well, they do. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? Like people, obviously they do have to listen to me. I'm in the position I'm in for a reason. But at the same time, I'm not going to make it like this very big point in which I want people to be like afraid of me or like whatever, right? And or like whatever, or feel like that I'm gonna come yell at them and things like that. Like that's not who I am. That's not at all the point that I'm trying to make, and that's not all the point that I want to come across as. All I want to do, though, is that, I'm there for a reason in my position. That's what I was hired to do. And I want to feel like, though, that I'm at least being respected, if that makes sense. And the last couple of shifts that I've worked with her, she's walked out at the very end of the day. The door's locked, night's over. I'm just doing down the tills in the drawer, doing down the tills and doing deposit and all that type of stuff, all that managerial crap, that I'm working on. And she's just like, has left, has not said anything to me, and will go to her car and will like leave. And it's still up for debate right now about whether or not whether or not I'm actually allowed to lock up alone. So that's something that's in discussion between me and my boss right now about what's like the actual like company rules and things like that, because things have changed over like the last year or whatever. So, but it's a little nerve-wracking when you have somebody who's just so blatant like that, and it just I didn't mean to take up so much of this video talking about this, guys. I do apologize, but it's been on my mind, and the venting is just gonna kind of help me have a better night, I think, after all of this. In other words, I need to determine what I want to do with the rest of my night. I was planning on watching a Christmas movie, I think, but it's also really late. It's 11:32. It's not that late. I was thinking about watching Elf. So I would usually watch it with the old lady, but the old lady's already watched Elf this year, and so she doesn't want to watch it right now. And I totally got that. So I'm going to watch it on my own. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch it tonight or if I want to wait. There's definitely a handful of Christmas movies that have to get watched still this year, but we don't have a ton of time to watch them. And so it's like, but do I feel like I'm actually in the mood to watch Elf tonight? Or am I more in the mood to just watch like YouTube videos? And like that's like the big moral debate right now is like, what is my actual like mood? And I should say this too. Usually when I come home from work, recently, or well, when I've been doing videos and at the end of all that, I actually get to sit down and be to myself. I have been more watching other things like I'll watch camping videos. I will watch be like camping with Steve or camping with Champion. And this is just a rambling section, by the way. You all can completely just leave the video now. If you don't want to sit here and listen to this, please just go. I'm just kind of rambling on at this point and just doing some like small account maintenance stuff. So like I'll watch content like that, or I've watched like Smosh, or I've watched like a plethora of things. Most of the time it is just YouTube videos. Sometimes it is anime. But so like mentally my mind is at, well, I should be sitting down. I should be watching some type of YouTube content. And recently it's been JSTU, JSTU, I believe, is the name of the YouTube channel. And I think they're a fun channel. They do like a lot of challenge videos and stuff like that, where it's like different costs. So like a $50 versus like $5,000 or whatever on an outdoor survival thing, but like you can only buy stuff from Lowe's, or you can only buy stuff from TJ Maxx or whatever else. And it's like that type of stuff, like content, is actually very interesting to me. I forgot I completely had to upgrade a relic here. A relic. I've definitely meant an artifact. It is cool content. It's fun to watch and stuff like that. And it's like this very high energy, stuff like that. And it's definitely a lot of fun to sit down and have in the background and stuff like that. Because it's also mind numbing. You don't have to think about it too much. You just get to watch it. And I do appreciate content in which I can just sit down and watch and not have to always think too much about it. No matter how weird that may or may not sound. But it is true. Oh. Hey, I got a barbarian for you. If you're watching this video, if I could send this over this barbarian to you, I would totally do that for you. That's really funny. So it is just one of those things where it's kind of like, I just completely lost the point. What the heck was I just talking about? Oh, so I'm just in a weird moral debate right now. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you made it this far in the video. What is your favorite Christmas movie? Or do you even celebrate Christmas? You may not. And if you don't, I completely understand. But if you do, or even if you just have like a favorite holiday movie in general, it doesn't have to necessarily be like Christmas one, but one that you might watch typically around this season, let me know what it is down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.